Dr. Intan Azura Mokhtar.
Question 15, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, mental health issues occur in a variety of forms and severity levels. Some students remain undiagnosed due to lack of awareness or prefer not to disclose their condition for various reasons. Further, as medical diagnoses are confidential, schools and institutions may not be kept informed of the outcome following a referral. It is therefore difficult to determine the precise number of students diagnosed with mental health issues. Mental health issues are on the rise internationally. The World Health Organization projected that mental health illness rates will continue to increase. Students are particularly vulnerable as they grapple with significant social, emotional, and physical transitions in their growing up years. Having said that, most do not develop mental health issues but need support, especially from their families for personal issues. Schools and post-secondary institutions also provide support to students regardless of whether they have a specific diagnosis. Our teachers and lecturers are equipped to look out for students in distress, provide timely support, and refer them to school counselors for additional support where necessary. On the separate issue of access arrangements for examinations, over the last 5 years, the annual number of applications for access arrangements across the PSLE and GCE level examinations that have indicated conditions such as anxiety and depression is very small, at between 0.1% to 0.2% of the cohort. We are monitoring the levels of stress and taking systematic steps to take care of students' well-being and strengthen their resilience. We are also working closely with parents to raise awareness on mental health, so as to encourage early identification and increase help seeking for their children.
Dr. Intan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, SPS, for the answers. Can I just check, I have two supplementary questions, whether the ministry makes provisions for extra time for students who are diagnosed with conditions such as anxiety or depression when they take their exams, very much like that for students who are diagnosed with dyslexia, for example. And the second question is if the ministry would also consider alternative assessments, such as regular assignments rather than a one-time pen and paper test or exam for such students who are diagnosed with mental health issues.
So I thank the member for the question. Indeed, we take on a case-by-case approach at the cases that we come across. We want to see how we can help the student as much as possible, and that's what we do for the access arrangements that we have shared with you earlier. I've shared with you earlier. So it also includes working with professionals, specialists, and we take on the advice from the specialists on what will be the best approach to provide that educational experience to the children. So we take on your feedback, and at the same time, we will continue to help as many people as possible.